Waldne from Sweden.
What a match to look forward to. The quarter-final of the men's singles here in Eindhoven at the 1999 Norway World Table Tennis Championships. And two of the greatest players of all time on show. Two former world champions. On screen there, Kong-Ling Hui, world champion in 1995. And there we have Sweden's Jan-Ove Waldne, two times world champion, 1997, beating Samsonov in the final, 1989, beating teammate Jürgen Persson in the final, and in 1992 in Barcelona, the Olympic champion beating Jean-Philippe Gatien in the final, and the European champion in 1996. So all three major titles, world, European and Olympic, to the Swedish player Jan-Ove Waldne. My name is Don Parker. Sat next to me, former Swedish world champion Stellan Bengtsson. Difficult for you not to be a little bit biased here, Stellan. One of your fellow Swedish players in the final, but how do you see the final going? Sorry, the quarter-final going.
Head-to-head, Waldne, psychological advantage, winning 6-2. Kong, playing Waldne, has a little bit problem reading Waldne's serve. If Kong can read the serves good, mix his receives, get the ball in play, he has a chance to beat Waldne. Waldne maybe not up to now, the last year and a half, reaching the same standard as he did in Manchester. But one thing I've learned through the years, always count on Waldne when it comes to World Championships.
Let's start again, players. Love all.
So, Waldne to serve in the first game, best of 5. That's a great start.
One love.
Waldne stepping away from the table, spraying the ball around the table.
Love. 2-1.
At the last World Championships, Kong-Ling Hui lost in the semi-final, 3-1, Vladimir Samsonov, who then, of course, went on to lose in the final to Waldne. And indeed, Stellan, as you say, 2 years ago, people were writing off Jan-Ove Waldne, but I think one of the finest performances I've ever seen in that final. Totally destroyed Samsonov, and that's no disrespect to Samsonov, who played some fantastic table tennis throughout those World Championships, but an amazing display by Jan-Ove Waldne in that particular final.
3-all.
Yes, of course, 21-0 sets, games in the championship, undeniable.
3-5.
Quite interesting, Stellan. This is the first time that the World Championships have been split, and by that I mean traditionally 5 days, 6 days of team event, players playing in teams of 3. First team to win 3, 4, 5 sets, depends on the system, but nevertheless 5, 6 hard days of competition, a 1-day break, and then into the individual event. This season, for unforeseen circumstances, the Kosovo crisis, and the tournament comes to be rearranged. It's been split. Team event will take place early in the new year in Malaysia, and so consequently here in Eindhoven it's just the individual events, and that actually could favour Waldne, I feel.
Yes, of course, having big responsibility for his country, Sweden, have to play a lot,
5-6.
wearing him down a little bit. Here, concentrating only for the singles, he's fresh. So it could be an advantage.
I can remember not that long ago, Stellan, you playing in the team event. I think winning something like 18 out of 19 in the individual in the team, and then of course losing to Tomoskov quite early in the singles. And I'm sure it was your efforts in the team event that took its toll when it came to the individual event.
Waldne looking quite relaxed, staying up with his backhand. Some matches, previous months, it's been backing up a little bit too much, not being able to have this backhand smash.
能不能争取多拿些分？
8-9。
比分是9比8，个人发球仅仅发了2个。
All square, 9-all. First game.
快多拿些分。
Backhand down the line from Kong Linghui.
争取这一轮发球赢个4比1，这样的话快点把比分。
Just that little bit of extra wrist to give it the extra pace.
仍然没有。
There, the service slightly long. Waldne very quick to capitalise. Great forehand down the line.
Starting over the table, can topspin that ball very hard. The half-long serve.
Fantastic shot. Round. First one on the diagonal. Second one down the line. Spraying it around the table.
12-10.
这球插网有点意外。
12-11.
Chance to make the topspin.
11比12。
Waldne, one of the greatest servers in the world. Tends to use the forehand service, high toss, shields the point of contact, free arm, very difficult to read the spin. Now with his final service in this sequence of 5, the score is level at 12-all. Great shot.
没有，又是一个擦边球。
Assisted very much by that edge.
插网一擦边已经是2个幸运球了。看看孔令辉发球怎么样？
Great backhand down the line. Stellan, he looks quite relaxed. Playing strong top spins, backhand and forehand.
Good split vision, seeing Kong moving over a little bit too soon.
15.
Enormous power on that backhand. Elbow very far in front.
Almost that backhand down the line from Waldne. But it was a very good topspin, good service. The ball popped up. Very powerful forehand topspin from Kong Linghui.
Kong making the reversed service with his backhand. Again.
Kept topspin very low, Kong. Waldne hit the ball there. It's below the level of the table. That's a good return. And now Waldne with his first to come. Leads 16-14.
现在比分是6比4，领先的瓦德尔。
Amazing stuff from Kong. Chopping the ball. Fast counter loop towards the body.
现在比分是15-16。 对
Up to now, Kong's reading the service very well. Waldne doesn't have that much advantage up to now in his own service.
Again, as you say, Stellan, that's 3 points against the service. I suspect many hours spent analysing the Waldne service. Camps in Beijing.
It's very hard to analyze Waldne's service, though. Changing his throw, his movement constantly. Changing the placement on the table.
Good service. A little bit of topspin. Ball popped up. Great forehand topspin on the diagonal into the backhand of Kong. And we have a very interesting situation. Waldne leads by 1 point, 17-18. But Kong has the advantage of service. Now arguably Kong with a slight advantage, 18-all. But Kong serving. Waldne missing the opportunity to make the forehand topspin down the line. Two extremes, the flick wide to the backhand. There we see the flick, and then the forehand wide to the forehand. 19-all. Great return by Waldne. Just touched the ball very tight, very close to the edge of the table. Game point. Just misses the forehand top down the line. Millimetres away from taking that first game. And it's 20-all. Carlson in the corner, former world doubles champion. 2 clear points now, first player to make. Alternate serving, Waldne to serve first. Waldne very quick. Acknowledge the net.
21, Kong.
Topspin to topspin rally. Waldne comes out on top. Kong now with the advantage of service, but facing a game point. And that was a great return of service, the long push, inviting the topspin. Here we see the return, the long push, inviting the counter topspin first into the backhand, wide to the forehand. And it's the first game to Jan-Ove Waldne, 22-20. A great start by the current world champion. And so, first game to Jan-Ove Waldne, 22-20. Waldne over in the corner, taking advice from his coach, Picken Carlson. Sat next to me, Swedish former world champion, Stellan Bengtsson, commentating in English, translating German for me. And now I'm going to ask him the easy task of translating his own native language. And the advice Waldne was receiving there, Stellan.
They were speaking that Waldne should try to come around as much as possible, because Kong hasn't played down the line with his backhand as much as they thought. On the other hand, Waldne should try to play his backhand down the line himself, because Kong is going over, sometimes also a little bit early. It's a marvelous first set for both players.
A great insight there, though, from Stellan Bengtsson as to the tactics. The advice being given out by Picken Carlson to the current world champion. And as Stellan said, a magnificent first game. Great start to this quarter-final. But it's Kong Ling Hui who's made the start. In the second game, he now leads 4-1.
Kong is taking the pace down a little bit on his first loop, especially towards the backhand of Waldne.
1-5.
因为瓦尔德纳经常有大起大落的现象，
1-6.
所以要抓住这个机会，不能轻易的
Fast service,
10
a
分。
little too long.
7比，
1-7.
第一轮自己发球，
Bad start by
会
Waldne,
发球
having
的
said
时候
that.
赢了4个，
Excellent
再接发
tactics
球又赢了3
from
个，
Ling Hui.
是不错，开局开得很好。
2-7.
Even though Kong lost the first set, deuce, I felt that he was reading the
在目
serves
前的
very
情况之
well.
下呢，比分是成为了2比7。这个推挡方面呢，孔明辉这一板是变现变得相当漂亮，也打得很结实。
See it here. Off the bounce, straight down the line. Waldne with no chance.
Kong moving the ball, very smart. One to the back and one to the middle. If Waldne steps around, try to play it down the line.
这个开局很明显看到瓦尔德纳问失误很多，那么很肯定了。这个落点觉得很好，到位。迫使瓦尔德纳。
Bearing in mind, we're talking about one of the all-time greats, if not the all-time great, in Jan-Ove Waldne. Of course, in your time, Stellan, table tennis wasn't in the Olympic Games, so difficult to win the Olympic
好
title.
像在反手
Not
的推
on,
挡方面
on
呢，
the
孔明辉
program,
在最近的这
nevertheless,
一段时间比
Waldne,
赛当中呢是占了一点上风。
if he has
他
a
的变
weakness,
现
and I
非常
hesitate
的
to
灵
talk
畅。
about Waldne and weaknesses, it's possibly in the psychological area. Sometimes just loses his focus a little bit. Possibly at the beginning of this game, got the first game under his belt.
Waldne.
It may look that way. Waldne is always playing very relaxed.
占一些上风。
So when his timing is not 100%, it may look as if he's unconcentrated. But I'm sure in a match like this, he doesn't go down. I think Kong
5-4.
showed very determined play here, reading the serves, excellent tactics.
6-4.
这个发球呢还是非常具
Looking
有技
over
巧
at
性，
the
而且很近广。
spectators,
那么在
can't see
旋
an
转的
empty
情况之
seat.
下
Of
呢，
course, if you
被
empty
接起来。
seats in the
这次又
competitors'
帅哥
area,
在接球的时候是出现了失误。
certainly in the spectator part of the arena, filled to absolute capacity, enjoying a great game. The current world champion
抓住这
and
个
the
机
former
会
world champion,
扩大自己的战局，因为瓦尔德纳经常是
Kong
起
Ling
伏比
Hui
较大，
leading 13-7.
赢的赢一串，输也会输一串。
Second game, Waldne won the first game, 22-20.
哦，想变现，但是没有拉过来。
13-8.
Excellent
从
backhand
这
play
个
by
回
both
合当中呢，
players,
我们看到瓦尔
moving
德
the
纳
ball
的这个
around.
反拍的
Waldne
推
finding
挡
the
技术呢
middle.
也是非常的扎实。
Fantastic play. 1 minute before one player won the point, then the other,
想办
and
法
then
制
the
止
other.
对方。
It was
我想
Kong
在
who
目前的
eventually
情况
won
之
it.
下，由于年龄的关系，
He
可
now
能瓦
leads
尔德纳
14.
在这个速度方面，如果跟孔明辉相比的话，可能会稍微吃亏一点。
肯定了。
59.
但是第一局的比赛呢，瓦尔德纳将
Waldne has his 5 serves to come after these 2 services.
对。
14-10.
这一段相持当中呢，看到
This time Waldne taking the pace down in the backhand
对
play,
方在对的时候呢，这个顶身
forcing Kong
的有一定的
an
节奏
error.。
在没有发上力的时候，这种侧
Chinese
身
coach looking very
对
calm.
于自己来讲，总的情
But then
况
again,
呢，
that's the job
并不
of
是
the
很有力，
coach.
后来又往回走了，这样的话自己移动不好。
Waldne disappointed there. The service came long. Good opportunity to get in, take the initiative.
在目前的瓦尔德纳尔好像对自己刚才的这个失误呢，觉得非常的遗憾，一直是皱着眉头。
The Waldne service to come.
这发球，
10-6.
对拉一个
Possibilities with that
斜线的时
forehand
候
from
呢，
the backhand
是拉
side.
出了
Overhit.
台边，16比10。
Great topspin. Very difficult to predict where Waldne's going to hit the ball.
关键的时候呢，
Changing the wrist angle all the
能
time.
不能把
Spraying
这
the
个比
ball
分带
around
到
the
5
table.
局去？
11比16。 好球。
His wrist coming around the outside of the ball.
这一球呢，我们看到这个瓦尔德纳尔在目前的情况之下呢，这个提拉的直线呢还是打得比较正确。
12-16. That's an excellent return of service, as you say, Stellan. The difference between
12比
the last
17。
time we saw them play, Kong's return of serve, excellent so far.
这个球很明显，因为是推到对方的反手位，而且比较近身一点，所以瓦尔德纳尔在起拍的时候是有点问题了。
You'll be delighted with that. Now puts you in a very strong position, 18-12 and serving.
这局应该是拿下来。
Heavy backspin. Waldne pushing the ball in the net. 19-12.
19-13.
The backhand down the line. Again, backhand down the line. This time just catching the top of the net. Short return. One on the diagonal, one down the line. And there it is, the second game to Kongling Hui. 21-13. It's now one game all. And everything still to play for in this men's singles quarter-final between two world champions.
当时这个速度要一定要推上去。
现在
包括正手的位置。
双方的运动员，我听听教练怎么说。
往前靠。
Putting a number on the back of his shirt. He's going to change shirts. Very hot, humid out there. And there we go, changing the shirts. Good idea. Waldne doing exactly the same at the other end of the table. Coach is taking the opportunity to pass on advice while all the repairs are taking place.
会的教练尹潇，并没有更多的话去跟他多讲，因为教练对他的。 技战术的运用还有信任的程度，应该是没什么问题。仅仅是讲了，他在哪一位比较大的一个面部强。
Swedish player listening to the advice. Anything different this time, Stellan?
Not really. Waldne was saying he came wrong into the game, being 1-7 down. Middle of the set I felt was okay, but he was too far behind. Otherwise disturbing him, playing a little bit more aggressive. First ball not too soft, and that clean play, open play, a little bit more aggressive.
通过在比赛当中调整了自己的情绪，再看孔令辉的情绪
So one game all.
应该要稳定一些。
Waldne to serve.
更好。
The ball.
Net.
Start there, good positive start by Waldne. Service followed in with the topspin.
Lots of backspin on that one.
Great use of the wrist, cutting viciously underneath the ball.
That's the thing, that Waldne's service tactic has changed last 4 or 5 years, using a little bit more backspin. If it jumps long, meaning the opponent must spin it up, and then he can go. Before using more side spin, top spin, and that goes long, jumps up, easier to play fast loop.
Great service, top spin, misread.
好像有点擦边球。
Excellent forehand top spin down the line. And this time it's Waldne who makes the good start.
1比4。
1-4.
这一轮的
Again, Kong there, great use of the wrist, cutting under the ball. This time, good return from Waldne. Heavy backspin on the push return.
对，在第一轮接发球显然有点吃亏。现在最后还有2个的自己发球权。这个球
takes the long backspin serve with his forehand, throws it up deep to the backhand of Kong.
3比6。
Kong overhits. 3-6. play there by Waldne. Good play by Waldne, but spins in on the forehand, then the flat hit on the backhand. Kong makes all the right adjustments to his bat angle.
稍稍的有一点吃亏，但是还不要紧，还可以在中局当中不断的调整。
After the first 10 points, leads 6-4.
Impressive footwork. Waldne is not known for having a great footwork, maybe, but it's unbelievably fast.
接发球是一个方面，另外在处理接球的时候要出手要小动作，用腰，快冲不要发死力，这样的话对还原下一板的相持球会有好一些。这个速度还不够，路线或者还不够低。
Great back. Again, an excellent backhand this time. A little bit more topspin.
这种情况下要
into the backhand of Kong. Great service, the long fast topspin serve into the forehand, then the block down the line.
在孔令科接完以后，而且没有积极的上手，这是一个
variation in the serve.
被动的，而且是的。
Backhand, spin the ball up a little bit more, not quite as much speed as the previous backhand. Still very deep, a lot of spin. And Waldne now with a 7-point lead. Reading the spins well. Very easy to make an error on that backspin, especially when it was so low and tight over the net. The short push. Waldne will be reasonably happy there. 2 points out of the 5 on Kong's service. Getting 4 out of 5 on his serve. And now he has his 5 serves to come. And again, I'm sure looking for 4 of these 5 points. But that's not a good start. Now needs all 4 to keep on target. Yeah, that's a great forehand topspin down the line.
接发球当中呢，显然又有一点。
Playing very aggressive table tennis, Stellan.
Yes, he doesn't allow Kong to take any first top spins, especially when Waldne is serving. Has to rely on reaction. Very good anticipation here, though.
相持当中呢，反手的力量打不出来，有没有一些节奏变化
？Important point, as indeed they all are.
所以呢，前几个环节显得比较被动。
Threw the ball up a little bit higher. Always that little bit more difficult to make the fast top spin off the bounce when the ball's got a higher trajectory.
这轮发球是不是从
heavy spin?
精神上要有一些突破、改变，要压住瓦德纳尔。
12-14. Sense that Kong fighting his way back. Waldne led 10-5. Assisted by top of the net. Waldne the first to show acknowledgement of that fight. And there we go. 1 back for Kong. Forehand catching the edge. Great play. Topspin encounter. And this is a big point.
基本上都是在角度。那么这一轮的发球还是不错。
Kong 14-15.
兵的发挥能把比分连赢4个，1个，现在比分是15平。
3 quarters of the way through this third game, it's 1 game all and 15 all.
带到了中局，能看到瓦德呢有什么变化？会怎么应付这种变化？
We really feel that the server has
接
an
发球当
advantage.
中抢到主动。
Good chance for Kong
压
there.
反手的时候呢，
Spinning
要
the
不
half
就
long
力量
serve.
压得很快很大，要不就变线
Didn't。step around far enough.
这样的话呢，
Two
可以做一
impressive
种
points
调
by
动。
Kong in that he's looking
显
to.
得瓦尔登呢，因为
take
他
the
本
initiative
身
when he
跑
can.
步法已经比较慢了。
Sure, we're going to see Waldne here looking to play a strong topspin behind the service.
16平。
Great deception. A lot of topspin on the ball.
旋转比较强。
Kong pushing it, misreading the spin. Again, the topspin service. Camera angle, quite easy to pick up. But remember, Kong,
是否对公会有些影
very
响呢？
difficult for him to see the point of
强一个
contact.
到他
Waldne
有马就跑。
uses the free arm quite legally, of course, to shield the point of contact. And that's a great service and third ball attack. There's the service. And then top spin, the wrist coming around the outside of the ball, putting side spin.
要对孔令辉在下一轮的发球当中
Fantastic shot under a lot of pressure.
有所考验。
Waldne takes 4 out of the 5 points with his service, but now Kong with his 5 serves to come. Crucial points, great topspin down the line. Waldne now 4 game points in this third game, 1 game all. Wonderful shot, side spin block from Kong. Waldne no choice but to make the backspin.
明显的一个节奏的变化。
Wide into the Waldne backhand from Kong.
相持当中找出来的。
First game point saved. Second point saved. Second game point saved. 2 more remaining for Waldne.
18比20。
There it is.
21比18。
Jan-Ove Waldne takes the third game. 21-18. And he now wins, or leads I should say, by 2 games to 1. And again, Waldne taking the opportunity to change shirts.
现在听听李湘教练怎么讲。
A little bit disappointed there, 10-5 down, came back to 15 all. Then 15 all found
德罗
himself
在谈话当中
down,
谈到他的
losing
接发球问题，
21-18.
可以说是老生常谈了。
Waldne taking the fluids on board, absolutely vital. Dehydration, quite simply, will lose.
Det innebär att det måste vara gångrätt. La han halvlång så var det bra och låga loopar bara för att du kommer rätt, va? Och sen då att du kommer runt efter egen serve och runt i backarna. Det får inte också, va?
Sitting next to me, Stellan Bengtsson, listening to Tikkun Carlson now, giving advice to Waldne. Anything different, Stellan?
Not really. Speaking a lot about his feet. Has to move in. Kong playing short receive. Has to step around. Kong's receives are half long or hesitated. Otherwise, stay aggressive. Keep the initiative. Don't let Kong come. Quality of play, third set, very, very high.
关键的时候，老超啊，
Enormous
实际上
speed
整
of
个
the
比
ball.
赛当中15平是起到一个很大的变化，是由瓦德纳发球赢了4个，输1个，这样一下子把比分给带开了。然后
Come on now.
I don't understand much Swedish, but
要
I
连赢5
suspected
个
that was
为这个
the translation.
却容易。在中冠3局的比赛，第一局是22比20，
So,
13比21，现在21比18。
await with great anticipation the start of this fourth game. Kong serving. The last time he served at the beginning of the second, he went into a 7-1 lead. The first point of this fourth game. Great topspin from Waldne, step round the backhand. Played the more difficult line, down the line as opposed to the diagonal. And again, fantastic shot. The smallest margin for error possible. But Waldne goes for it, makes it. And now leads by 2 points to 1. Neither player budging an inch. Waldne step round. Just missed the forehand. Lovely backhand top spin from Kong Hui. Very relaxed. Elbow, wrist. Takes the ball early. And so Waldne 2-3. Heavy backspin. Kong actually just beginning to make a few mistakes on return of serve. Made a few at the end of that fourth game.
Waldne a bit more active, stepping around more often than Kong.
现在比分是5-4，巩林辉领先。这样的话，没办法。
The shot Waldne has developed, improved most over the last 4 or 5 years. His backhand topspin almost as fast as his forehand. Means first ball doesn't have to step around all the time.
Just missing the backhand down the line.
没有任何主动，又觉得自己发球抢攻不了。
Sorry, we heard from Waldne. His backhand topspin just catching the edge of the table. Scores level, 6-all. Waldne leads 2 games to 1. Kong lifting what he thought was a lot of backspin. Not as much as he thought. The ball off the end of the table. Great rally there. Waldne did a great backhand down the line. A winner against 99% of players. Kong quick across, makes the forehand and recovers to win the point. 7-all. After backhand, Waldne the winner.
看不出巩林辉有转进攻的机会。现在比分是8-7。现仍然是
2 Swedish players in the quarterfinal. Stellan satisfied?
Yes, of course. Standards very, very high for table tennis today.
这套战术是非常有力的。
2 out of 8, very good.
对，你看2个球能赢下来的这种球就很明显。
Again, the backhand down the line. This time just missing.
正手的球，再回到反手，
And
这样子
Kong
就比较好。
1 point in the lead, 8-9. Kong just slowing it down, putting more topspin on the ball. 8-10. Heavy backspin, great use of the wrist, cutting underneath the ball. Very sporting there, Waldne. Saw sweat on Kong's back. Lets him know. Wipes it off. Again, 2 of the greatest sportsmen in the game today. And this fourth game At the halfway stage, 10-all.
Kong won that service sequence though, 3-2.
Combination, backhand, forehand, both down the forehand side. Great stuff. 11-4. The backhand, this time Kong taking the playing down the line. There it is. That much improved backhand of Waldne. Very relaxed, fast accelerating arm.
打开箱旗，对反手呢几乎很少变现在转进攻，都是在对反手的中间反手。
Waldne now leading 12-11, the umpire
没有
cleaning the table.
节奏上的变化，所以在箱旗球当中还是找不到突破点。
Kong coming around the outside of the ball, putting side spin on, taking it wide to Waldne's forehand and levelling the scores at 12-all. So Waldne 12-13 down, but with the advantage of his 5 serves to come. Fantastic service there, good use of the wrist, service slightly long. Wonderful play. From the 1995 world champion. And tip for tat. Waldne, you can do it, I can do it. Again, using the wrist, the outside of the ball, side.
Pressure on Kong now. Knows Waldne has the serves in the end. The set.
That's a wonderful backhand, taken off the bounce. Table tennis at the highest level possible being played here. It's almost a shame that one has to lose. One thing for sure is that we're going to have a winner. Who that's going to be, very difficult to say. This backhand there punched, came through very flat. Kong had to lift, he did, but not enough. 18-15. Service could have been slightly long there. Waldne to thank the topspin, but he didn't, chose to push. There's a point there. Always possible to take 4 out of 5 on the serves, but now Waldne has to take all 5. Difficult task. That's the first one though. 1 game point saved, 4 more to save. 2 saved. 3 more to save. Great forehand, great serve. And then the top spin. 17-20. Heavy backspin cutting underneath the ball. 3 match points, sorry, game points saved. 2 more to save. 18-20. Incredible stuff here in Eindhoven. 4 game points saved. Waldne with the final service in this sequence, 19-20. What a fantastic return under pressure. The backhand straight down the line. 4th game to Kong, 21-19. And the score's now level at 2 games all. Men's singles quarter-final. Jan-Ove Waldne, Kong Hui, 2 games all. a match of the highest quality of table tennis possible. And at this point in time, impossible to predict who's going to win. But having said that, I'm going to ask my co-commentator to make his prediction, former world champion Stellan Bengtsson.
Thank you. I thought Kong showed very much courage, flicking the last serve, having lost 4 game points, reading the spin, making the down-the-line backhand flick in that sequence. Very, very strong mental. He would use that feeling when he goes into the final game. On the other hand, I have learned, as I said before, never to write off Jan-Ove Waldne, so it's impossible to predict.
Diplomat to the end, Stellan Bengtsson. But I totally agree with his sentiments. You can never bet against this man. Many would say the finest player ever. But he's up against Hui, player in great shape, quite a few years younger.
确实如此，而且我们可以看到现场的观众的气氛呢是非常的好，有的是瑞典的球迷，而且更有中国的球迷在举着这个国旗和这个鼓，在为孔令辉加油。
Fantastic play by Waldne there. Top spin from Conling, Hui caught the net. As we see there, it looked very comfortable, but the adjustment to accommodate that net was quite incredible.
好球，这种打法呢，对瓦尔德奈尔好像非常的实用。
Determination there. That was one thing that Carlsen said in the break for the 5th. If you're going to make that backhand push, stay close.
Waldne returns the ball off the top of the net, keeps it tight. But unfortunately for him, he loses the point, 2-all.
这个太遗憾了，搓这一板好像是
on the ball as Kong
实在是失分失的比较可惜。
现在比分3-2，第一轮的正常发球。
But of course, Kong
在那儿领先。
Now with his serves to come.
孔令辉发球。
这一球呢，我们可以看到是孔令辉的反手在接对方的这个反手
to the backhand of Kong. No spin or very little spin. And the variation wins him the point.
漂亮。 发球以后一侧，完了一个直线，而且是直线很刁，刚好是在台边一点点的位置上。
One going completely the opposite corner.
4平，看看最后2个发球能不能够扩大自己的局面。
瓦尔德奈尔到远台的地方在处理这个球了，而他也想拉一板的时候呢，拉空掉了。4比5。
5-4, 5th and final game.
这个非常漂亮，其实是孔令辉启动，而瓦尔德奈尔追打他的身后。
down the line. There we see top spin ball kicks off the table, caught the top edge. Conling Hui's bat.
这个比赛在目前分数是咬得相当的紧。
5th and final game.
Net.
Again, it was the higher ball from Waldne, threw it up. A little bit of extra height, not as much spin.
变现的欲
Kong's
望。
backhand into the net.
对他的球呢，在目前情况之下不能太软，能给对方拿到这种机会。虽然是年龄大，而且移动慢，但是一旦他拿到机会呢，他也是打得很凶的。
And so far, 2 out of 2 from this sequence of 5. And then the fast top spin into the middle of the table. Impossible to tell where Waldne's going to play his next shot. Great use of the wrist. Last minute or last second changes in direction. This time, heavy top spin into the backhand of Kong. Great variation. 4 out of 4. And now, the final in this sequence of 5. There it is, 5 out of 5. Players change ends. First player to reach 10 in the deciding game. Players change ends. And from 5 all. Waldne goes 10-5 in the lead in the 5th and final game. Kong, of course, now with his 5 serves. Can he emulate Waldne's last sequence and take all 5 points?
这个瑞典的教练呢是圆瞪着双眼，而且拼命的在喝水，
Amazing stuff here from Waldne.
平复一下自己紧张的心。
Kong doesn't know where the first attack is coming.
彭于辉的发球局，他刚才也是拿下1分，6比10。
For Kong. And the second.
尽管的短球之后呢，是一个长球，吃不起。
Jan Thompson from Kong wins him the point, 3 out of 3. So he's 3/5 of the way to emulating Waldne's last 5 serves.
8-11.
Important point for Waldne. Breaks the run of Kong Linghui.
这5支球当中，可能会变现就太少。
8-11. Great reaction from Waldne. Anticipated the fast top spin down the forehand. Moved across. Forehand block on the diagonal. Having lost the first 3 points in that service sequence, took the last 2. Now leads 12-8. And with his 5 serves to come, Tick and Carlson looking on. Backspin. Kong into the net, 13-8. Fantastic forehand down the line, 14-8. The last 7 points with service, all going to Waldne. Great backhand down the line. Waldne didn't do a lot wrong.
好用的是在相持当中能够多变现
14-9
一些。在地位是10比14，孔令辉仍然
throwing the ball up, that was much top spin. Deep into Waldne's backhand. 14-10.
好球，就是应该要这样打。可以看到，在一变现的时候呢，这个瓦尔德奈尔的启动绝对是慢，而且这个能力呢也相对的来讲会难一些。
Three very important points indeed. Great courage from
全场可以看到这个观众呢，不知道是在为谁加油。在目前的这个场上的气氛呢是非常的激烈。
Excellent flick there. Came through very flat.
但是老将毕竟是老将，瓦尔德奈尔还是非常有经验。
11-15.
那是一波。
Wonderful table tennis. Very fluid. Both players great to watch.
用这个战术是可以的，但是一定要有力量或者有速度。
Strong on the backhand, strong on the forehand. 12-15. Slightly too high. Here we see Kong going in behind the service. Good top spin to the middle of the table. 13-15.
机会球在对方回球的时候，其实已经犹豫了。瓦尔德奈尔这样这个搓球呢，反而是被孔令辉这个反板一压呢，压出了界。很可惜的1分，16比13，打得很 辛苦。
The last service in this sequence of 5 for Kong. Very spinny backhand. A lot of topspin on the ball from Kong. Crushed up the back of it. Fast accelerating wrist. Waldne now 16-14. 5 serves to come, but of course it will be Kong who serves at the end of this 5th game. So here we go, Waldne's final 5 serves of this quarter-final. And the first one to great effect. Outright winner, 17-14. Fantastic topspin. Invited Kong's topspin, the service long. The topspin, and what a wonderful shot straight down the line. Kong, no chance whatsoever. 18-14. Wonderful touch there from Kong. Service tight, read the spin, great skill. Again, fantastic top spin from Waldne. Good return of service from Kong. Waldne playing to the 2 extremes, wide in one corner and then wide to the other corner. Very important point coming up though. Kong's serve still to come. And there it is, 5 match points to the current world champion and number 5 seed Jan-Ove Waldne. Kong though with his serve to come, can he take 5 points with the service? Difficult. But nevertheless possible. There it is. What a fantastic display of table tennis. Waldne overcome by emotion, and this is a guy who's won the Olympic Games, World Championships, one of the great games. And Jan-Ove Waldne moves into the semi-final, winning the 5th and final game, 21-15. Standing ovation, every member of the crowd on the feet. Oki Berg, team manager, straight out there to congratulate Waldne. And Waldne applauding the crowd. There we see the backhand topspin, the block off the end of the table, and it's Waldne through to the semi-final of the men's singles here in Eindhoven. You almost feel for Conlon, who is clearly one of the finest players in the world, did do a lot wrong, but he's eliminated at the quarter-final stage, and we all await Waldne's next appearance.